good night. Quickly to McHale on the cut to Bird.
Yes, excellent pass from McHale to Bird. Perfectly delivered.
26 now for Larry, and the Boston lead is 18.
Game 5 of the 1986 Eastern Conference First Round. Boston Celtics versus Atlanta Hawks was played on May 6, 1986 at the Boston Garden. Larry Bird erupted for 36 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists, leading Boston in a high-paced offensive battle. Kevin McHale dominated inside with 25 points and 4 boards, while Robert Parrish added 15 points and 13 rebounds. The Hawks put up a fight behind Dominique Wilkins' 13 points, with Spud Webb chipping in 15 points and 8 assists. But Boston's big three proved too much. With the win, the Celtics advanced to the Eastern semifinals, keeping their 1986 championship run alive.
Up against Rollins.
Bird.
I'm sure he's glad to see that one go down the first shot.
Rivers right back, coast to coast, and lays it in.
Yep. There you see 4 white shirts, now 5 back in the paint, back on defense.
Whitman got Ainge in the air.
And certainly the Celtics don't want to see Randy Whitman get started from the outside.
He has not been the factor he was in that Detroit series. Bird got free underneath, and Dominique is going to pick up the foul. No basket. Foul on Wilkins before the shot.
In the first minute and a half, Mike, you can see that the Celtics look a little bit crisper on offense. They're cutting to the hoop and cutting to the ball a lot faster. And the guards are looking inside, as they usually do.
McHale got Rollins with him this time. Spins through, won't get down. There's Parrish.
I wonder about the philosophy of playing a center against McHale, a center such as Tree Rollins, when you've got a 7-footer like Kevin Willis who's more mobile and can pick up McHale. McHale's got a tremendous quickness advantage on Rollins.
And clear aside now for Dominique. He will go to the line. Foul will go on either Bird or McHale.
But not a bad foul. At least Larry showed that he was going to be there in the paint to help out on defense so that Dominique couldn't have an easy cruise to the hoop. And if Dominique, he's improved his passing game, but if he were a good passer, as soon as he saw Bird come into the lane to help out, he would have found the open.
Celtics up 3-1 in the series. DJ trying to take Rivers. Bird's left open. Larry 2 out of 2 here in the early going. Whitman from the corner. Boston again pushing it right back at the Hawks. They go low to Bird. Gets the double team. Wants it.
Just so under control. Used his body, swung around the defensive man, and just laid it in nice and easy. It looked a lot easier than it was.
I'm surprised the Hawks haven't gone to this matchup more. Willis's turnaround won't go down, but there's Rollins. Nice work on the board. Parrish the block. And Wilkins is going to be called over the top of McHale, and Dominique has got a quick 2. Bird might have had a step on the cut. They find him anyway. Won't go down, but he'll go to the line.
But he knew he had the good matchup. He had the mismatch with Rivers, and he just cut through the lane and held his spot until they got him the ball. There it is. Holds the spot, just turns right into Rivers. He knows he's got 4 inches on Rivers in size, and just draws the foul.
Larry now with 7 of Boston's 11. Came out hot, shooting 5 out of 7.
Now here's the McHale move. Good move to the hoop, but Robert Parrish just right around the offensive boards.
DJ a step in the field. Nice block coming over on the weak side. Willis. DJ got it back, still doesn't get out. Parrish rams it home.
Great work on the offensive boards by the Celtics. They did.
Was Livingston. That's fake. Bad shot though.
You can't hit the 10-footer, you're in big trouble.
There's watches Ainge go baseline. Bird cutting through. He's short with that one. Says he got hit in the elbow. Again, no call. Up quickly, Whitman on a wing, and DJ slapped it away. They call a foul.
Now that's a tough call,
especially from the position that Middleton was in.
That's exactly the point I was going to make. Middleton was on the baseline underneath the hoop. Here he is. You see him in the right corner of your screen, shielded from the play by Whitman's body, and he could not see if there was contact. He anticipated that there would be contact on that play.
14-9 Boston, 7-11 to go here in the first. Backdoor Rivers.
Good backdoor cut.
And Ainge loses the handle. Rivers finds Whitman. Whitman barely tracks it down. Got the layup. Nice play. The Hawks have got 12 of their 13 points from their guards. Bird wants it. Got it.
And all this, this good activity by the Hawks offensively allows Fratello to keep Wilkins on the bench just a little bit longer.
Willis trying to post up McHale. Hits the turnaround. Bird gets the double team. Ainge is the open man. DJ's a little more open. Celtics the good ball movement. They make the Hawks pay. 6 minutes straight up to go now first. Willis thinking offensively.
All right, here's that flurry under the offensive boards for Boston. Rollins makes a great block on DJ. Parrish with the rebound misses it, keeps it alive. DJ comes up with it, can't connect. McHale gets pushed out of the way, but Parrish comes up with the emphatic stuff. But good offensive rebounding by Boston. Here's the little Bird move to the left, all the way in. Now Whitman has a chance here to seal that off, but he just keeps backing away.
I want to have Whitman coming around the screen baseline, looking inside for Willis as they are going to try to take advantage of Willis on the offensive end, and he hits the jump hook.
You took down the defensive end.
Rick Fratello has had Dominique on the bench for 4 minutes now and got away with it. It's an 18-17 game. Ainge sits outside. First bucket for Danny. Whitman looking inside again at Willis. He makes that. Could be a long night.
Yeah. Oh, he hits the boards. He runs well. Good pass. Excellent pass from Rivers into Rollins. And opened up and run that well.
Parrish the turnaround. Again, that's Celtic type of offense right there.
Cut Parrish stepping out for the switch.
DJ Ainge was open for a second, flashing through the middle. Now he goes to Bird. McHale trying to set up shop on Rollins. Nice catch by Dennis. Better shot.
Better shot. We're going to see Spud Webb in the game at the next break.
Livingston out on a wing. The Celtics are happy if he's got the ball out there about 20 feet from the basket. Whitman got planted by DJ, or Livingston did rather, when he tried to set a pick. Boston by 3, looking for 5. Parrish a little further away than he might like, but he hits it anyway. Willis double teamed. Webb. Willis hits again outside. Bird wants to back in Whitman. Shoots over. Larry's got a dozen. 5 of 6 shooting for Bird. There's Webb.
Good play that time. They had 4 white shirts back on defense.
Look at Livingston on the board. Bill Walton got up off the bench. There goes Spud Webb, dumping it off to Willis.
That's a perfect example of how effective Spud can be. If he gets up ahead of steam, he carries it to the middle, and he picks out the open man, which at that point was Kevin Willis, for an easy 2.
DJ, good hands by Whitman.
Good recovery by DJ, too.
Inside McHale. Good block by Rollins. Basket goes, and Bird will be at the line.
And you're right, Rollins is limping. Didn't look it on the last block shot, but he's noticeably limping off the court. Good sign to see big number 5 into the game, Bill Walton.
Sure is.
I think Casey's going to be a little tentative with him.
Bill wanted to play on Sunday, but Casey said, no, we're not going to win the battle and lose the war here.
Smart move. I think Casey's going to, like I said, be a little tentative, see what Bill can do, see how he's moving, and how effective he can be.
Bird's got 15 here in the first quarter. 33 seconds left to play, 17 on the shot clock for Atlanta. Saw Webb do a lot of this on Sunday. Gonna have to do something soon. to Willis in the corner. I imagine that's the shot they really want.
But that's the shot the Celtics wanted to give up.
Larry dumps it off to Parrish. He's fouled hard by Konkak with 6 seconds on the clock.
Out on him with a quick double, and he has the ability just to drop it off to Parrish, who just takes it and goes right to the hoop with it. You know, if Parrish had gotten the offensive foul, so what on that play? At least he established that he was going to take it strong to the hoop.
Chief off to his best start of the playoffs with 9 first-quarter points. He's scored between 13 and 16 in the last 6 straight playoff games. Kevin, after hitting that first shot, is his last 3. Walt.
Now, the Hawks are matching Livingston up with Walton, and that is a difficult matchup because Livingston's giving up about 4 inches.
Dominique off the bench firing, gets it up quickly. Bird does the feasting. Jerry, nice penetration.
Nice. Whoa. You know, that's a play that Jerry almost always will look to pass off on, and I think the Hawks were anticipating a pass off, and Jerry laid it in.
All right, Jerry Seasting. 8 straight points for the Celtics. 36-27. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back. Bird coming around a walk screen. Push! Over Konkak. Rebound is Spud Webb. Out of the pack he comes. Nice little stutter step move. Konkak blocked by Walton, but a foul is called.
Pretty good recovery, though, from Boston's end defensively. Here we'll see Spud just blowing right by Seasting. But you see a lot of white shirts back on defense. Spud gives it to Rivers, who dishes it off nicely to Konkak. You know, you can get caught with that. I mean, look at Walton. He's ready to jump in there.
Dominique, little runner, goes off the glass and will go to the line. Scott Wedman has got the unenviable task of picking up Dominique on the defensive end.
Foul is on Walton, coming in to help out. And the thing is, you don't want to let Dominique get started. You don't want to let him get on track.
4 of his 5 points have come here in the second quarter. Again, if you just checked in, he was down for 9 minutes of the first quarter, picked up 2 quick fouls in the ballgame. Walt spun away from Konkak.
Bad knee, where's that bad knee? He showed a tremendous amount of quickness getting down the lane.
Webb, that's what he does best.
I think Casey on that substitution just didn't want Dominique to go crazy against Wedman.
Hale for 2.
He'd rather have McHale back on Dominique.
Bird's chasing him right now. Dominique swoops through for 2. Bird tried to go and there was nothing happening. Now he penetrates. Dumps it off nicely to Rollins. Yeah. DJ. Webb is left open. Knocks it home.
You know, that was the early knock on Spud Webb that he couldn't hit the outside shot.
Their first quarter lead. Clear aside for DJ and Bird. Larry swooping in.
No weak side help that time from Atlanta, so Larry had a free lane to the hoop.
Spud Webb coming back quickly. He knows Whitman's up at the scorer's table. That's an old trick, right? DJ the quick hand, Seasting the loose ball. Celtics have got a 3-on-2 break here if they... Now the Hawks are back. Dennis penetrates. Half won't go from McHale, and we've got a...
Here's the Dennis penetration right into the hoop. Just a little hard off the glass, and McHale got it before it cleared the cylinder.
Feasting. Celtics are off and running. DJ. Got it.
Good job. I think, though, if...
He's got a screen. Back rims that one. Bird the rebound.
And Bird checked Willis off early.
5 rebounds for Larry here in the first half. Walt got some room. Bill's making the most of it, and the Hawks are going to call a timeout. Walton, 3 out of 3 from the floor, 8 points, all here in the second quarter. And the Celtics are in double figures for the first time. They lead by 10.
See if he was going to yank him after that.
Bird 3 for 2, and a good look from Dennis Johnson. 19 first half points for Larry Bird. See where the Hawks go for offense. Bird again got free. Larry will be at the line for a couple.
But he's just got that ability to roll to the hoop and find the open area. Here he does it. Nice finger roll up there, nice and soft. It just doesn't drop far. But he is doing a great job cutting to the hoop. There's that shooter's roll.
That's right. You got it that time.
One more time and I'll get it right.
You want to check that spot in the rim and see if there was something wrong with it. Inside. There's Livingston.
Right man at the right time.
Slapped away from Bird. Celtics down to 9 on the shot clock. Here comes Webb on the double. Ainge left open. Bird for 3. Got it. Again, the Hawks going into this set half-court offense where Webb is really deep. They spread the floor a bit. He penetrates. Can't hit the runner. Bird the rebound. Got a little slap in the face from Webb. DJ takes it in. He's fouled on the way through. Livingston got a piece of him for 1, and Dennis will be at the line.
Now Dennis had McHale set up low, but he saw a crack in the defense and decided to carry it himself. And, you know, that's the kind of move that you've got to make because it makes the defense play you honest the next time down because they have to respect your move to the hoop and can't just drop off into the passing lane from McHale.
Rollins. 3. Livingston the loose ball. Whitman the open jumper. Whitman now in double figures with popping out is Whitman. A very good pass. This is the jumper. There's the rebound. Whitman was wide open for that shot, but had to pick the pass off his ankles.
That's the key. You know, you have a guy open. You want to feed him the ball where he can do something with it right away, and he doesn't have to use too much motion to get the shot out.
Crowd wants Larry to let it fly. Gives to Parrish on the cut. Won't go. Robert the rebound.
A lot of white shirts on that offensive board.
Bird is flashing back and forth inside. McHale now. Robert will take it. To come into the game to accelerate the pace. Yeah. Great block by McHale. Wilkins misses the stuff, but a foul is going to be called on Parrish. What are they really looking to do here with the isolating Webb up front? Let's watch the block here first.
Let's take a look at the block. Great block by McHale. Gets back into the play. All ball. Dominique recovers well. Goes back up on the other side. And Parrish, with the elbow into him. I think, you know, to answer your question, Mike, I think what Atlanta would like to do in that set offense is spread things out and let Spud penetrate. He's, for some reason, been reluctant to do that. Maybe he just sees too many Celtics in the paint to do that.
Inside McHale. Spins away. Hits off the glass. Tough shot.
Yep, because he had Spud down low, swiping at the ball, and he had Rollins up high trying to block it.
Here we go again.
Yeah. But they put a man at the high post, which seems to negate Spud. There it is. No, there's no one in the high post.
Webb will take the pull-up and hit it.
You know, defensively, that's what you want to give up. Hit that consistently, then you have to respect it and play him a little bit more honestly.
Foul will be on Webb.
Position. As long as he's in the game, you don't want to take yourself out of your offensive sequence and out of your offensive flow, but you got to try and make him pay whenever you can, and whether it's with a guard setting a pick on the big man to create the switch, some way or another, you got to make him pay on the defensive end.
The Celtic lead is at 13, under a minute now to play here first half. 64-51 Boston. There goes Webb with the penetration. Livingston with the dunk.
Now that's exactly what that offense.
To get one more possession here in the first half. There goes Webb. Dominique for two. I didn't think he could dunk from there.
He just keeps going up and up and up until he gets there.
The Hawks are going to see this ball again. There's a 5-second difference between the two clocks. The Celtics are going to run out as much time as they can. Bird wants it on Dominique.
And they've got the floor isolated for him. DJ's just taking his time giving it to him. Oh, good move.
Blocked by Rollins. And it's going to be Boston ball. Wasn't sure which way Ed Middleton was pointing there. Heck of a block by Tree Ball.
Great defensive help by the Tree.
That is called sending it back at somebody. Comes in Ainge, wants to go over Webb. It's blocked by Whitman from behind. DJ won't go at the buzzer. And the score stands with Boston up 11. They led by 5 after 1. They lead by 11 at the half. The Celtics 66 and the Hawks 55.
But look for them to try to go to Dominique and get him going too this half.
McHale comes down the middle, gets the basket and a foul.
I think maybe Casey would like to see Boston get into their offense a little bit quicker.
Inside McHale gets it.
You know, and not take so much time.
Right hand looked like the little finger, which is already taped, is McHale for two more.
And Patella.
Dominique blocked by Bird. Up to Parrish, and Robert never got a hand on. Looked like out of that timeout, they want to pick the pace up a bit. Ainge finds DJ on a wing.
Danny Ainge penetration. Takes it in as far as he can, spots DJ on the wing, and DJ just drives it home. And the Celtics, you know,
good night. Quickly to McHale on the cut to Bird.
Yes, excellent pass from McHale to Bird. Perfectly delivered.
26 now for Larry, and the Boston lead is 18.
Atlanta still trying to slow the ball down, which is very, very surprising.
Scored 4 points here in 6 minutes. Ainge the steal. They're coming apart at the seams for the Hawks right now. McHale wide open. Spins a little closer. Loose ball. Parrish has got it.
Kept that thing alive, you know, after it wouldn't drop. He got her. And
a nice pass here by McHale.
Yeah, this is a great pass, perfectly delivered to Bird. And that's this
come apart. Parrish now goes for two. Celtics clear the floor. Parrish now backs off. Bird has got Livingston one-on-one. Robert goes down the lane on a cut. Larry comes and gets it.
Whereas I'm sure if we charted the Celtics offensive performance in this quarter, 90% of their shots have come from in the paint.
Celtics 23-4 on a spurt here. Rollins misses. Livingston misses. DJ up to Bird. 2-on-2 break. Crowd wanted Larry to go for three. Finds Parrish to McHale.
Nice pass from Parrish to McHale. Parrish had a notion to go on his own, spotted McHale free, gave it up.
Unbelievable. The Celtics by 30. 25-4. They have run the Hawks out of the building. Ainge the steal. Up to DJ. Underneath to Bird. Yes, sir. Look at Dennis.
Uh-oh.
Danny for three.
Look at the Celtics. Look at DJ if you can. They are fired up. And this place is alive.
29-4. Parrish another rebound. Up to Bird. Keeps it alive and gets a foul.
The Hawks are just totally confused. They just don't know what is going on out there.
They really don't. I've never seen a team come apart like this.
Right.
I really haven't.
We almost had a flare-up about a minute ago with Rollins and McHale underneath the hoop.
The Celtics have outscored the Hawks 30-6.
Just total frustration on the Hawks' part. They just literally come apart at the seams.
Minute 12 left to go here in what has been
just
a
look
disaster.
At the faces. The faces on the Hawks bench tell it all.
Davis will try outside. It still won't get out. Bird the rebound. McHale.
Wow. That's about all you can say with that. The way the Celtics have been playing.
Wow. 22 straight points for Boston. And nobody wants to shoot it for Atlanta. Bird tried to deflect that to McHale.
That's a
crowd is starting to chant beat LA.
A little premature.
Davis just gets it off at the buzzer and fitting for the Atlanta Hawks. Robert Parrish goes to the bench to a near standing ovation here at the Garden. Greg Kite is in. The Hawks have seemed to run up the flag here early as John Battle is in there along with Spud Webb. Contact gets a quick 2 to hit. Webb takes it in for 2. Spud is going to get some hands from the crowd now who don't care what he really does with the ball. Bird, the up fake on Livingston. And then hit. 33 for Larry. Wedman doing a good job on Lorenzo Charles inside. Cliff Livingston showing his athletic ability. DJ right back on Battle. Wants the jumper. Nails it. 13 for Dennis in the... Scotty Wedman for a shot of the night. Bird inside, counting the foul. Let me ask you maybe a tough question or an obvious question. I'm not sure, Rick. Have the Dennis Johnson, by the way, goes out, gets a big hand from the crowd. The Hawks have packed this in. Is that this game is over as far as they're concerned? I mean, obviously they're not going to outscore the Celtics by 38. What do you do down the stretch? Do you...
What was that we said about at the top of the show about Larry's poor shooting performance in the last game? That is all forgotten, folks.
Sits down unofficially with 35 points. John Battle's free throw percentage just went down the drain. Could have got Sam Vincent's attention earlier tonight if you told him he was going to get about 9 minutes of action here. Kite comes up with the loose ball. Vincent, the penetration.
Good strong move by Sam Vincent.
Spud Webb, coast to coast for 2.
Showtime for Spud right now.
Sam Vincent will try. Carlisle sneaks in for the rebound. Takes the pull-up. Kite the rebound. Third kill is ahead of the field. Nice pass. Very, very nice pass. Sam Vincent, a two-handed dunk in the other end just for grins. It won't count. But the Boston Celtics have eliminated the Atlanta Hawks 4-1. Mike Fratello makes his way up the line to shake hands with Casey Jones. And the Celtics now sit back and watch and wait to see what happens with Milwaukee and Chicago. Final score from the Garden. 132 for Boston, 99 for the Hawks. We'll be back.